same old shit. Niggas pop the same old shit ain't record. What am I to do though? I just gotta do me. Throw some change in this shit. Good crack game fucked up. Dope game gun on. Dust game twisted. Niggas smoking the run off. Every night a new little nigga left the gun on. When you bust back, it's to the D's they run on. Every day a new girl wanna be a dyke. Feeling she don't like dick, she wants some pussy in a light. And all that because of what labels let niggas shut out. They don't care, let it sell out. If it don't, get the hell out. Me, I don't wanna be another Lil Wayne, Lil Flo, Lil Ho, Lil Bill, Lil Fame, Lil car, Lil house, Lil gold, Lil chain, Lil voice box thing, Lil skills, Lil brain. I don't play the game, girl, these niggas play the game. Ain't you tired of the same? Understand what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if you remember my name. Just remember my aim and no shit's about to change. Every time I look up, another brother is took up. The V's unseized and the drown, you own limits. Come sickly ass, you glamorous. The capos, what happened to the Stapos? Zulu niggas like Leo. Niggas get macho as soon as they touch the nacho. Until a real nigga puts some beef in your taco. Billy, big buck bitches, business and blingness. Now these are the bees that'll sting y'all niggas. If it's for benefit, then I'll bring y'all niggas. If you ain't helping the cause robber, I'll bring y'all niggas. From Saddam to Osama, from Bush to Obama, to the stock market cash, gas prices and drama. I will never be like these rappers. I promise if I do, I'll Kurt Cobain myself with the black llama.
Shout out to the real music. A lot of dudes ain't making real music no more. When niggas is spitting.
Chim chimney, chim chim chabri. Yes. None of the presents under the tree was for me. A foster kid within his own family. It sounds fucked up, but nigga, that's me. I hated how my mama just took off. I guess she was mad the way that she got shook off from dad. Grandma did the best she could. Yes, man, but I still did it hand to hand. I still sold packs and grams. And I still lived off the land, trying to stack some grams. And I still try to be something that I'm not. The other dude right there, you know the next man. Why not the best man? Let me know. It's like a test, man. Yes, it is. I'm just asking before I die. Can somebody tell me who I am? Goddamn. Is my pops Paul or Sam? Or that cat that be picking up cans? Or that dude that you used to write? I saw the mail, mom. That nigga in Clinton. Am I from Harlem or Brooklyn? I don't know. Spring Valley or Charleston? I don't know. A few cats have been where I've been, so I know y'all understand where I'm at with it. Anybody that ever been through anything in their life, just vibe with me. That's all the struggle. You can overcome anything. Persistence overcomes resistance in every aspect of life. Rock with me, understand. Now I'm in the scheme of things, the Benz, the Bentley coupes, the beam of things, the goat, the dope, the triple beam and things. I'm getting money. You know the dream of things. Man, I thought I was the shit, had a Benz, but I lived in my neighbor's basement. Here's the question: how can a young nigga be so old? How can a hot nigga get so cold? How can an old nigga be so dumb? How can a smart nigga be so dumb? How can a cool nigga be such a nerd? With no wings, how can I be a bird? How come getting what I deserve is so unheard and so absurd? Why am I still here? So many niggas is gone, I was born my year. Scoot up writing this rhyme, I had to shed a tear, cause I've been waiting so long to say this shit here. Yeah. Y'all know where I'm at. That's just how I was. I smile now, but the smile stopped crying. Yeah. Yeah, took it. Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the building. I know we were supposed to go live at 6 o'clock. But see, I want y'all to understand something. There's a method to my madness. And some of the things that I'm not going to explain on here, y'all going to have to get off of Patreon at patreon.com. Y'all got to make sure y'all start supporting all my other platforms, because it's only a matter of time before the same ones who tried to sink my ship before try to sink it again. Shout out to all my Patreons. I haven't been posting over there. I'm about to start posting over there. And make sure y'all go subscribe to all of my other YouTube channels, especially my Snotbox TV. Stay tuned. So now, it's a lot going on. It's a hell of a lot going on. Let me see something. How do I do that again? All right.
Okay.
Let's get into this real quick. I want y'all to pay attention. Make sure y'all listening, because I like to break shit down. So we already know, those of y'all that's on this live, there was a shooting that happened at Drake's house in Toronto. At Drake's house in Toronto. So y'all know my saying, something just ain't right.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time, releasing diss tracks against one another. But again, police have...
Not even 40 minutes into the video, what is the first thing that you hear this devil say? Them planting the seed to the narrative. Automatically, a beef that's a hip-hop beef where niggas is just spitting bars, song for song, going back and forth. Now, the main culprit all over the news, this is the seed that's being planted, that Kendrick Lamar is behind this. All the beefing that's going on in the industry, from the jump, I told y'all that I wasn't going to get involved, and I wasn't going back and forth the way those other platforms, especially the main platform that the algorithm is pushing to push the agenda. I ain't going to say no names. I'll let y'all say whatever y'all want to say in the comment section. I'm going to keep it whatever I got to say, y'all get off of my Patreon. Yeah, the media is trifling, but you got to understand something, right? When Nas said it was written, do y'all realize that they have what they call the Illuminati deck of cards? And in those deck of cards, there's a timeline of events, of chain events that happens. Do y'all realize that The Simpsons, the cartoon, also predicts as if the writer of The Simpsons knows about the timeline? It's just weird to me that Obama predicted that there will be a Drake and Kendrick beef and who would win the beef 8 years ago. Something, something just ain't right. It ain't right. No. Get your hand out of my pocket. Let's run that back again. Listen.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time.
Do Kendrick Lamar look like the type of nigga that want to have Drake's house shot up? You talking about dudes that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Do it look like Drake said anything that would make Kendrick Lamar jeopardize his whole livelihood? You know, it's illegal. Platforms can get sued for pushing narratives like that. But this kind of feels like the going back to the Biggie and Pac shenanigans, like they trying to give you that same feel. But the only difference is they trying to give you that Big and Pac, that East Coast and West Coast feel. But this shit don't even come close to it. It doesn't even come close to it. Like, come on, man. I almost got a little excited when I sat back and watched Game throwing shots at Rick Ross. That's a battle that we really would want to see. That's a gritty battle between gritty niggas. When you thinking about battles and you want to see somebody battle, we talking about Murder Mook and Loaded Lux. I'm sorry, I was never hyped up off of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. I'm sorry. Call me old school, but dope is dope. Dope is dope. You got two weirdo rappers battling. Two weirdo rappers on top of hip-hop that would not have been on top of hip-hop if Big and Pac was still here. As a matter of fact, if they wasn't trying to purposely destroy hip-hop, if they wasn't purposely trying to destroy hip-hop, there will be other dudes that will be on top of the game that's nasty lyricists that you would want to see battling. Drake need to pay his goons. They hungry. Nah, you got to understand something. What y'all got to understand about this industry, right? And how this industry is ran. Dudes like Drake can't just have anybody around him. These niggas got handlers. Everything that they do, that they say, the way they move, is controlled. It's controlled. When you make a certain amount of money, you have a handler. Only certain people can get around you. Why Drake cool with a racist bike game? Why not? He can be cool with whoever he want to be cool with. He can be cool with whoever he want to be cool with. I mean, the reality of it is, y'all be looking at the wrong shit. Drake was handpicked to be on top of hip-hop. He cannot rap. He was handpicked to be on top of hip-hop. Anybody and everybody that's in the limelight in hip-hop right now has been selected by the elite. Y'all don't get that yet? All in. You're much appreciated, family. Thank you, family, for sponsoring this war. You are very much appreciated. How do you feel about Kendrick calling Drake a pedo? He is what he is. But see, the thing about it is, what y'all got to understand is that everybody in that industry, hands is dirty. Everybody in the industry who has made it to Kendrick Lamar's level, J. Cole's level, Denzel Washington's level, they got some skeletons in their closet. You think Will Smith and Jamie Foxx is the only one? You think Meek Mills and Diddy is the only one? Come on, man. Y'all better start paying attention.
Diss tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack. Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalizing Drake's store, spray painting, quote, "They not like us" on the store's front window. That graffiti.
Assalamu alaikum, Haas. I just wanted to let you know you saved a life. When I was 9, I wanted to be a rapper. Now be successful investor and pass down cash flow. Keep talking your truth. Thank you, Don. Appreciate you, family. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Are y'all listening to what they just said? How the people who aired out Drake's security did a drive-by in a neighborhood with mansions, $100 million homes. Come on, man. Do I look like I was born yesterday? That somebody's going, niggas don't even come over here to do drive-bys. Because they know this is not the place that you could play. You going to tell me that somebody went to a Jewish rapper. Drake is a Jewish rapper. That somebody went and did a drive-by at a Jewish rapper's house? Yeah, right. And then after they left, decided to go by his establishments and spray paint to make it look like Kendrick's team did this. Are you kidding me? With all the cameras all over the place? Now, I don't know how they get down in Toronto, but what I do know, this has a FBI, CIA feel to it. And the reality of it is, I know they sitting up in here watching like, okay, this is going to be one of them videos where you ain't going to have thousands of people watching because they're controlling the narrative of where they want you looking in the direction that they want you to look. This shit ain't making no sense to me. I'm sorry, I wasn't born yesterday. Yo, Haas, do you think Drake finally going through his ritual? Drake been went through his. First of all, you got to understand something. Drake is an industry plant. Why you think DMX said, I hate, yo, I gotta get that playing for y'all. Where DMX sat up there and told y'all, I hate his face. DMX told you he hate everything about Drake. Why do you think he hate him? These rappers are selected to be on top.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox, and we do have some breaking news that we want to get to. This is some aerial footage of the house from Drake. This is the rapper Drake right there. This is his house in Toronto. There was a shooting that happened earlier outside Drake's Toronto home, and one person was injured in this. According to TMZ, sources confirm the injured person is a member of Drake's security team. Now, police have yet to say if they believe the shooting is related to the Kendrick Lamar feud. Drake and Kendrick Lamar have been feuding for quite some time, releasing diss tracks against one another. But again, police have revealed the victim suffered a gunshot wound to the upper chest, and it does appear to have been a drive-by attack. Also, there has been impact across the Atlantic. In London, someone reportedly vandalizing Drake's store, spray painting, quote, "They not like us" on the store's front window. That graffiti inspired by Kendrick Lamar's latest diss track drop, quote, "Not like us." And just a short.
This is the news reporter. Inspired by Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. This just happened. So this news reporter knows all the details, knows the lyrics, and know the title of the songs too, right? Say when. When did the news reporter started knowing all this? Whatever. Come on, man.
Ago, we were hearing from Canadian authorities as they shared the very latest in this shooting, and I do want to play that for you right now.
And I'm one of the media relations officers for the Toronto Police Service. Speaking today is Inspector Paul Kravchuk of our Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, which investigates all shootings and firearm discharges within the city of Toronto. Inspector?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Kravchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited at this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working, apparently, as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with
The detective said he cannot speak for a motive at the time. But the news is already planting seeds and pointing fingers at Kendrick Lamar's crew. Somebody from America did a drive-by in Toronto. Come on, look at the military mind games, man. Look at the military mind games.
is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as be canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions.
Was Drake home, and is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team, and they are...
Why ask the police? The news reporter knows everything. Ask that bitch. She's already pointing fingers. She's already giving you the narrative, the breakdown. She's already giving you the motive. It's a hip-hop beat. That's what the narrative is being painted all over these different news platforms, the narrative. And in some cases, you got people trying to sit up there and point fingers at The Weeknd's crew, XO. Like, y'all niggas is doing too much. Because the reality of it is, a security guard got shot outside of a mansion at 2 o'clock in the morning. A security guard. Who's going to do a drive-by on a security guard? Security, security, security. Come on, man. Do I look like I was born yesterday with my old ass?
To
what extent is the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of the investigation and focus?
So, I am aware of what you're talking about. but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time, and so I cannot comment further on that.
While the motive may not be confirmed, if that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent a potential suspect from being arrested?
So
the news reporter is trying to push the narrative on the detective, and the detective is like, get out of here with that. Because detectives don't move like that, and usually the news don't move like that neither, but this is the narrative that they wanted painted. Sometimes y'all gotta listen carefully.
For any other investigation, okay? Like, it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation at this time.
The man who was shot still in serious condition. Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that fled?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not going to just... no, I'm not going to at this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of video around. Have you guys been on your canvassing? Do you expect to get a good amount of video involved with this?
I would be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
You said suspects plural. Can you say, are we talking 2, 3, or more?
No idea at this time.
And would you characterize this as drive-by shooting, or more specifically, you can stop and open fire?
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved and then fled the scene. That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
How did the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Is this security guard alone with another security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target? Were they trying to get past him?
Don't know at this time.
You said you have video capturing the incident?
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
And you can't give us a description of the vehicle?
Nope, not at this time.
Because you don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So we, as we have info.
It's like, yo, what part she don't understand? The yellow tape, the front door, but the shit happened all the way in the front gate.
And we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
You mentioned that the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside near a garage, and there's an area cordoned off there. Would shell casings have gone that far? Why would that be?
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. Oh, thank you.
Do we know how many shots were fired?
No, that's going to be part of the investigation. Can't comment at this time. Thank you very much.
Gang related?
All right, so we were just listening as authorities provided the very latest information after a security guard was shot outside the rapper Drake's house right there. And this is aerial footage of his home in Toronto. You can see it is a very large residence that is being described as an upscale neighborhood. So this is what we know from authorities. The security guard was outside Drake's home, which you see right there in this aerial footage. When that shooting occurred, the shooter was inside a vehicle. That vehicle drove by this house and shot the security guard. The security guard right now is in the hospital in serious condition. We were hearing reporters asking whether this shooting had anything to do with Drake's feud with rapper Kendrick Lamar. And we heard authorities saying this is very early on in the investigation. And at this point in time,
notice that the bitch, she keep planting the seed. Purposely planting the seed. The seed of Satan is being planted over those God bless you, my brother. Keep doing your thing, Haas.
Do not have a motive, but you heard from the authority right there that there will be an increased police presence in this neighborhood. He did stress that there is no difference from other shootings. He also said he cannot confirm if Drake was actually home at this time. Again, this is Drake's home in Toronto. He did say, though, that there is video evidence that captured the shooting. He did not elaborate as to exactly what that video showed. And he also said that they don't have any information about who called 911. So again, we are following some breaking news after a security guard outside Drake's Toronto house was shot, now in the hospital in critical condition. It is unclear whether this shooting had anything to do with Drake's ongoing feud with fellow singer and rapper Kendrick Lamar. And again, these are aerial shots of Drake's.
Again, the bitch is planting a seed. Again. Ayo, she knows more than the cops. She painting a picture. Drake set up, tried to get Kendrick on a murder charge. Nah, this is bigger than Drake. This is bigger than Kendrick.
Toronto mansion right there. Of course, as soon as we get any new information, we will share that with you here on Live Now from Fox.
Y'all got to start really looking and seeing and paying attention. I told y'all for a reason. When you put these glasses on, right? You ever seen that movie They Live with Rowdy Piper? When you put the glasses on of knowledge, you see through the bullshit. Once you put these glasses on, that opens your eyes. You can't take them off. You don't want to go back. Once you're in the Matrix and you take the pill, forgot which one it was, the red pill, the blue pill, whichever one you took. When you took that pill of knowledge to open up your eyes to see, there is no going back. When you look at the movie They Live, it shows you what? Skeletons, shapeshifters. When you look at the movie The Matrix, what do it show you? Shapeshifters, agents of Satan. What part y'all don't understand? Put your glasses on. See through the bullshit. Sometimes you gotta sidestep the algorithm of Satan. Lord Drake and Ken put out pics of gloves and tapes. Right now, this is one of the illest rock to sleep games being played on the nigger section of YouTube, on the ignorant section of the world, aka the hip hop section, the niggas that don't want nothing out of life. This is the ill rock to sleep game being played. Y'all got to start reading a little bit deeper. J. Cole is nasty. Nasty. He don't want no smoke. He sidestepped this humiliation ritual from the jump, and niggas called him soft because he knew where it was going and he wasn't willing to go where Satan wanted him to go. J. Cole didn't want to go where the algorithm wanted him to go. He knew it was a dark path and he didn't want that on his conscience. So he apologized and stepped back and the world crowned him. He knew where this was going. The ink is dried. The pen has lifted. This shit was written. Haas, please ask the team Haas to subscribe to Angel 427. 1,000 uploads for review for the better health. My goal is 300 subs by May 19th. As a matter of fact, y'all see the can I pin this? Let me see if I can pin your comment. No, I can't. For some reason, I don't know how to pin it from right now. Y'all make sure y'all go support my mods, especially All In, and help her to get to her goal. And as a matter of fact, while we on the topic, the Weekend's home was shot at last weekend. Coincidence? No, it's psyops. When y'all in this comment section, right? Especially all you other people that have platforms on YouTube, y'all supposed to talk to each other in the comment section and help each other grow each other's pages. This is why y'all here. Support each other. This is when you in these lives and y'all in the comment section. This is y'all cheat codes for y'all to get y'all numbers up. This is the cheat code for y'all to get y'all numbers up. The Digel is here. Of course the Digel is here. Which y'all don't understand that there was portals being open. Have y'all not been watching the celebrities, rappers like, for example, Doja Cat dressed up like who? The devil, right? Lil Nas X in his video dressed up like who? The devil, right? The red and black theme is affiliated with Lucifer, right? Usher just had his red and black on, right? People are showing you in today's time who their allegiance is with. You better pick your side. Let me find out. Drake told one of his bodyguards to bust a few caps in the air just to end the beef quietly because he was losing. First of all, you know what kills me? I need for y'all to answer something. How did Drake, just 2 days ago, the whole world was trashing Kendrick Lamar, and just like that, y'all just turned y'all back on Drake? That easy? I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. But that easy? Even some of these social media niggas was all on Drake's nutsack. But just like that, y'all done stabbed this nigga in the back? So y'all done with Drake now? Y'all done threw him in the garbage? You don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. You finally met up with the devil, 16. I meet up with devils every day. Some of us sleeping with devils. Some of our best friends is devils. Some of our mothers was devils. What are you talking about? Some of our mothers was devils. Some of our fathers was devils. Our kids running around in the hood on demon time. What are we talking about? Back in the days, they used to have movies like The Exorcist to cast out demons. Now we got our sons and daughters running around in the hood, drilling and killing, talking about they on demon time, and the pastors is nowhere to be found. Matter of fact, I just seen the video, one of the videos I'm going to do next, you know, the one with that's going viral, with the pastor inside the church, and he was talking, and the woman was in the background screaming, and he walked over to her and told her to shut up. Y'all get them likes up in here, man. Hit that like button and start sharing this video too. The pastor was petty for that. Are you kidding me? So you gonna tell me the pastor was petty because he's talking and the bitch on the sideline screaming, faking her Holy Spirit? Like, stop it, man. I grew up in the church. And one thing that I hated about being in the church is when you in the church and you got people doing an electric boogie, banging their head on a bench, screaming, talking in tongue. Like, are you serious? Stop it. God ain't talking through you. God ain't talking to you. You're making a fool out of yourself. Stop it. There's no reason to be screaming over the pastor while he's talking. He should have punched in her chest. Because enough of that bullshit, enough of that is enough. Enough with the military mind games. You catch one of these females up there in church acting like they having the Holy Spirit. Then as soon as she leave the church, she in a crack house. God don't dwell in a filthy temple. Unique, thank you for sponsoring this war. Appreciate you, family. Like, stop it, man. I grew up in the church, and I swear to God, my mother used to be mad at me because I used to be laughing. They be sitting up there bouncing their head on the floor, and I'm like, ah, I'm laughing. Like, what are you doing? That's why I couldn't take church serious, because too many people was there playing games. Half the teenagers was having sex in the bathroom in the church. Let me tell y'all something, right? This is going to be one of the most serious years in most of our lives, right? There's a lot going on that we need to be thinking about. And I'm going to give you an example. This is why, right? And I could be wrong. You ever seen that movie, Get Rich or Die Trying, where you got 50 Cent in the car with the light-skinned nigga with the green eyes in the back? And in the front, and he got the other nigga in the back, and he like, yo, he keeps staring at me. Like, what you mean? Why? Nah, something ain't right. He keeps staring at me. And the nigga told 50 Cent, he said, even if I'm wrong, I'm right, because I could be right. Now, we know there's no ifs, ands, and buts about it, that this rap beef was a deliberate distraction. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. And I told y'all, there's going to be, remember this, there's going to be a big celebrity's death. We already done seen the Kobe Bryants. We already done seen the Nipsey Hussles, right? There's going to be a big celebrity death. It's coming. It's coming. So now, let me paint a picture for y'all, right? The borders. And I'm just giving y'all theories. I'm going to show you how my mind works. Donald Trump said when he get in office, he's going to close the borders and build a wall. Build a wall. We went from calling Donald Trump racist to now we want him to build the wall. But wait, because we got all them illegals flooded our community committing crimes. But wait, because there's movies about those wars. And in those movies that the Pentagon wrote, the Pentagon, yeah, they say the Pentagon writes some of the movies in Hollywood. Because before they do shit to you, they have to tell you, thank Daniel's son. So now, follow me. Donald Trump's get in and decides to build a wall. They can't get in, we can't get out. Now, for those of y'all that's been paying attention, there's been earthquakes. New York just got hit with one. Jersey got hit with one. PA got hit with one. California State getting hit with one. They're getting worse. Throughout America right now, in Texas and different parts of America, we're not talking about different neighborhoods that's submerged. That's submerged underwater. I see niggas driving ski boats on the highway in America. Overseas, in Dubai, just because they told you it's plant seeding going on, or rather cloud seeding going on, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. That's what's happening because it's too many floods going on in too many places. Now, from the movies that we done watched, the movies that the Pentagon actually made too, they made it clear that when doomsday comes, they are not going to tell us that it's doomsday. So, what if some of these refugees that's coming into this country is escaping places where apocalyptic events is going on? Because as we sit back and be entertained by the idiot box, there's people going through doomsday all around the world. Whether it be Iraq, with the wars that America done over there with the missiles that's been bombed for the last 20 years, or Libya with Gaddafi, whether it been the earthquake that hit Hiroshima, Fukushima, with all the nuclear radiation that spilled into the ocean, or we're gonna talk about the earthquake that hit Haiti. Should we take it back to when Puerto Rico was in the dark, or the Bahamas was in the dark for 2 years from those tsunamis and earthquakes? While Americans in America was living their best life, you know when the song came out, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. While you was living your best life, storms was happening in Hawaii, where thousands of people lost their homes. Mysteriously, it was the poor, rich homes, not too far from the poor homes, but all the poor got wiped out by Mother Nature. And Mother Nature just so happened to use beams, sort of like the beams that you see in futuristic movies, futuristic technology. Am I cooking in this bitch? So now, this war that Trump is building, this war that he's talking about building, I want to ask y'all a question, right? If America got hit with the big earthquake and our volcanoes started erupting tomorrow, today, tonight, whatever, what if the president of Mexico told us the same thing Trump told their people? Y'all can't come over here for refuge. Build the wall, remember? See, that war is dangerous. That war is dangerous. That war is also it's also racist too. Because there's a flip side. Because now every country has a border. Every country has a war. And every country has a right to say, Americans all over America backed Trump when it was time to get these illegals out of our country. In some cases, we should. But in some cases, there's a dangerous game being played that's going to come back and bite us in our ass. Because for some of us in America, in the land of the thief, in the home of the slave, some of us never had a fair shot. The shit that we experienced throughout the years, every once in a while you look on TikTok, maybe even Instagram, and they got little skits where they're teaching you about places like Lower Manhattan, how there was a whole village of black people, or rather Native Americans, that lived there. And they turned that shit into Central Park. Some of us never had a fair shot. You ever watched the movie Rosewood? I think I might, or movie night, I think I might have a sit down with my kids. It's time for me to watch Rosewood with my children. And to all the parents out there, I think you should start watching movies like Rosewood with your kids. Because we got to sit up there and wake up and understand something, right? History repeats itself where you don't put yourself in position of power. That war that Trump is talking about building is like a double-edged sword. At some point in time, we are going to need to escape from America. We are living in the signs of the times. We are living in the pole shifts. Nature Boy. Some of y'all might not know who Nature Boy is. Right? And I want y'all to follow me up because I'm trying to go somewhere. I want y'all to feel what I have to say. Now notice I ain't had a drink yet. I've been drinking water. Nature Boy convicted.
Nature Boy convicted. Also, an alleged cult leader will now spend the rest of his life in prison after a jury found him guilty on all counts, including rape. Elijah Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, was on trial for rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sharing sexually explicit content on social media. Prosecutors say the crimes happened while he was the leader of a cult called Carbon Nation. Bishop spoke to the courtroom in a really interesting response Friday afternoon, right after his sentencing hearing, once the victims read their impact statements.
Is there anything else? My heart light as a feather. I promise you I love you and I'm still here. I ain't missed one with. I see what y'all doing and I want you to know I forgive you. And I see y'all in the end.
The DeKalb County judge issued the maximum sentence, sending Bishop to prison for life plus 10 years without the possibility of parole.
I'm starting to think weed is the distraction. Right now, they hitting us with everything but the kitchen sink. Make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all coming in here too. because I know it's more people in the building. I know it is. I'm just not messing with this live because I know if I touch anything, they're going to kick everybody out the live. You see Nature Boy? The reason why they gave Nature Boy life in jail for a female that used to beg Nature Boy for sex. She begged him. He used to diss her, begging him. I listened to the audio. Bottom line to it is they railroaded the dude. I'm not going to say Nature Boy is innocent, but he's innocent of what they charged him with. Now, with that being said, right, I want y'all to understand something. The reason why Nature Boy had to get life in jail is because Nature Boy created his own community, his own cult. He has followings that goes against the ideology of the evil ones that's in power. And see, what y'all don't understand, y'all might laugh at him, but they don't laugh at him. You know why? Because 1% of the population rules over your stupid ass. 1% of the population rules over your stupid ass. 1%. So all it takes is for him to get 1%. That's not much. And organize those minds. The nigga called himself Nature Boy. You living in a time where you go into a store, a refrigerator, to get your food when you should be going to get it from the ground. You going to the store to get your chicken when you should be going to get it from your farm. Even if you live in the big cities, we all should be connected to some farmland where we get all of our produces from, or have our own stores where we control what's going into our bellies, our bodies. So now when you start to go down these lanes where your brain is required to think outside of the box, as you age in dog years every day from the air you're breathing, you're aging. You might not be able to see it on the outside, but your insides is aging in dog years. Your insides is aging in dog years from the air that you're breathing, the barium, the chemtrail. You're being slow cooked like you a pot roast from the Wi-Fi's that you're dealing with. The food that you're eating. Wondering why we go through so many emotions where you got to smoke weed to balance yourself out, because the animals that you put in your mouth died in fear. And that fear, those emotions entered in the bloodstream, the blood that you're eating out of that chicken, out of that beef, then entered your body, and now you have to smoke or take pills to balance out your thought process. You can't sleep at night? You don't know why you can't sleep at night? It's because you're haunted by the nightmares of the animals that you ate and your ancestors at the same time. Because deep down inside, in your DNA, you know something is coming to get you. Some of us, when we was kids, were scared of the boogeyman. Some of us as adults, we're scared of the boogeyman. You know who that boogeyman is? Well, let's take it back to the days of Christopher Columbus. Overdose, I appreciate you. Number one broadcaster in my book. Thank you, family. Appreciate you. Nah, Haas don't smoke weed. Weed have me paranoid like crazy. I can't handle weed. Back in the days, I used to smoke weed. So now y'all got to understand something, right? I just gave y'all an idea of some of the shit that we're overlooking right now, right in front of our faces. That border situation is one of the most serious situations that we are overlooking, and we're not looking at it the right way. So, of course, they need you not to think about that. Critical times calls for critical thinking. But in your most critical times, where we need you to think, we are having discussions about Kendrick Lamar, Satan's child. You can't get to his level in the industry without going through the door. Versus Satan's other child, Drake. Hey, yo, this is deep. Yeah. I don't see how you niggas are smoking weed and y'all can't think past what academics is selling y'all over there. There's a reason why J. Cole said, I'm not going no further with this. Now, that may cost him later on. He may have to reconsider and jump back into this rap beef later on. Remember, I said this because, like the movie 2012, all of the doomsday bunkers already have been built. When Rick Ross is sitting up there, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm, when he's sitting up there showing you his farmland and building doomsday bunkers and rebuilding his whole foundation and showing you farm animals, he's telling you indirectly what he can't tell you to prepare. Rick Ross even went as far as to show us that the nigga still got VCR tapes. He still got DVDs and VCR tapes and CDs because the internet is going out. The internet is going out. Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared for that? I've never seen so many rappers beef at one time. But I guess the elite told them, let's narrow it down right now. Let's let Kendrick and Drake go back and forth and boom, escalate a shooting. Now it's a rap war. Do y'all realize that we are living in the last days of America as we know it? There's new maps that shows what America is going to look like after the apocalypse or World War III or the big earthquake, whichever ones, or the alien invasion. P. Diddy was the biggest distraction. And they needed something after him. While all this is going on, you got Antifa instigating riots with college students. While all of this is going on, you got Antifa, you know, the same ones that was out there with my son and Tamika Mallory instigating. Yeah. Those college students is on the front line doing what they know how to do best. Those are your martyrs. The legitimate ones that really feel like they're using their voice to make sure that they're not the ones to get drafted in this world that's coming, this war that's coming. This war that's coming, that's been predicted. It's prophecies. Do you know that if you died, because the first steps and stages of war is to hate it in your heart and to speak out against it. To speak out against it. And if your voice don't work, to hate it in your heart. Do you realize if you do that alone, and let's just say Russia hit us with a nuke and destroy half of America. Do you realize if you die, just speaking out and saying no, that when you wake up in the afterlife that you are granted paradise because you died a martyr? You know, like Malcolm X? You stand for something or you'll fall for anything. You know, it's crazy because I'm losing friends every day, but now I'm starting to like it. It used to hurt my feelings. I'm losing friends every day, but I'm starting to like it now. It's like now it's becoming a rush. It's starting to feel good. And you know why? Because I finally realized that I am the chosen one. And some people see that and they hate it. But see, you got to be careful when you're the chosen one, because they all end up the same way. You see how Jesus went out, right? What makes me any better? I just got to play my part until my time comes. But there's always going to be a Judas sitting around in the sideline waiting for you. Oh yeah, they waiting. I hate talking about my haters. But I'm like, damn, I got another one? And this one? And he went left on me? And this is why he went left on me? But he think God didn't show me that he went left on me? And I see you. I saw the move that you just made too. Yeah. Now the crazy part about it is, the way I'm talking to the screen right now, the ones that I didn't see, they scared now because they like, oh shit, he on to me. Nah, I ain't on to you yet, but I'm on to him. I'll be on to you next. I don't think you people understand. They hate the way y'all love me. Oh, they hate that. Some of these niggas was getting money their whole life. They thought the streets was going to be... Some of these niggas thought the streets were going to be there forever. Some of these niggas hate me because they thought they was going to be the best rapper ever. Ever. They thought they were smarter than me or whatever. They just compete with you and you're not even competing with them. But in their minds, there's a competition and they're losing. Because some of these old niggas that's older than me got to figure their life out right now. Yo, I just had a nigga pull a sucker move on me like, ooh. And I'm like, whoa, not you. You did that? That was some girly shit, my nigga. I'm just glad that I caught it. Because let me tell y'all something, right? While y'all worried about somebody else's beef, you better worry about that envious ass person that you got in your life that can't wait to show you who they are. Some of us ain't gonna live through finding out who that envious person is that we keep letting back in our life, knowing that they're envious. keep on letting them back in your life, knowing that they envious. God probably done removed them out of your life and you missed them. And because you missed them and ain't spoke to them in a while, when it found they asked, not realizing that they left for a reason. It's easy to me. What did Pac say in that song Pain? My pain runs deep. Share it with me. Nigga, I could take you through life and bring you right back to the topic like it ain't nothing. Do y'all realize that I purposely stayed away? I purposely didn't play neither one of these songs by Drake or Kendrick Lamar. Do you realize I purposely stayed away from that shit? I deal with celebrity gossip. I purposely stayed away from this celebrity gossip because God was telling me something that y'all didn't see. This is the perfect distraction, and I couldn't partake in it. I'm sorry. I couldn't. I know if I fed into this shit, I probably would have 30,000 people watching me right now like academics. Because that's Satan's reward. See, you got to understand something. When it comes to selling your soul, they'll talk to you indirectly through this algorithm. Because you ain't got to sit down with the powers but to be. All you got to do is do their dirty will. Put them dirty titles. Then they'll push you in the algorithm. When they wanted me to spank Puff, we had 10,000 people 2 weeks ago watching us in the building. But when they realized Haas still being Haas, like, all right, we got to dumb this nigga down again. There's a reward from Satan when you do the devil's work. And even I'm not exempt from doing something that's devilish. When I know it goes against the will of God, then I'm sinning. This is the reason why we repent. But there's some places that I just can't go. And while I'm talking my shit and we hot, I got something I want to address real quick. That somebody tagged me too. I said, all right, I'm going to address this real quick if I can find it.
I think my greatest doing this can be a gift and a curse, right? Oh yeah. You have to do this for analytical data in engagement purposes. So you have to take your feelings out of it, right? If you get me to respond in the comment section, you triggered an emotion. Yeah, I'm gonna go and confess that now. You got me. And I start realizing that it's some people that will take that small victory. I got him to respond. Yeah, it's true. So oh yeah, you know Charleston White? Yeah, I got him to respond. And well, I do that because that's what's been helping me grow. I keep telling people, I didn't know what to do on the internet. The comment section was the guide. You need to do this here. So, it's some people that's gonna wake up and watch you every day. And the more you succeed, the more upset they are, and it gives them more fuel to try to hurt you with insults. Oh yeah, because they can't affect your elevation, or they can't affect the success that they see. Right? So they cheer for your downfall. Mm-hmm. So their pleasure and their satisfaction comes from your agony and your downfall standing in this light. If you take the emotional component out of that, they'll show you how to get better. Because at the end of the day, homie, just like selling dope, it's supply and demand. Mm-hmm. You get these goddamn dope fiends what kind of dope they want. And so I came and gave the kind of dope they want. I came trying to, trying to serve how I want. I came with the pimping kind of talk at first. Man, you ain't got no business watching me the first, second, and third rows, the number of bitches and hoes. So I came.
He came as a pimp first, playing the role of a pimp, right? Y'all listening? He came as a pimp first. That shit didn't take him that far. So then he stole the identity of Hassan Campbell and started going at the gangs and going at the rappers. Because the pimp shit got played out.
Talking to ism and so I started giving the crowd what they want. So I started engaging the comment section. And
you started giving the crowd Hassan Campbell, my nigga.
I realized is, homie, your comment section are basically your constituents. The people who vote for you are telling you what they don't like, when they're mad at you, what you need to do, who you need to get with. So that's how I would find out what platform I need to try to pursue. That's how I would find out what internet name I should go after. The comment section would say that. It's true. So, well, what do you think about him? I would go look and see. Oh, okay, this would be good. So they would point me into the directions of which way to go. And so that became my thermometer, homie, on how to engage the internet. Is the people on the internet every day.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said that. He said if you can remove your emotions, but see what they're saying, because you can't listen to everything they say.
You can't, no.
Let me ask y'all a question. This nigga right here, who is he? What is his name? Can anybody tell me what his name is? This nigga right here. I'm looking in the comment section. Can anybody tell me what his name is? Let me let them finish before I go in.
Yeah, but if somebody tell you you fat, no problem. But that same comment pop up 4 or 5 times, maybe start going for a walk.
So what I would start doing to see if this is an accurate tool to kind of gauge what this assessment, right?
Set of data.
So yeah. I would watch what make people respond. Yeah, so people who I would help start their platforms, I would see what triggers them, what would make them respond.
Make the comments go so fast you can't even read them.
What would make them make a video when they think they've done something wrong and they're not pleasing the audience?
Come on, hurry up.
And they come back and make a video
Nobody
and try to explain.
This.
I start saying, well, they do matter what people think. You explain it for. And this is the internet people you don't know. So it started showing me that people really matter, what you think and what you say.
Good information in the comment section.
Man, what? So yeah, homie, so from that comment section, it became a ladder, it became a stepping stone, it became a diving board, it became a life jacket. Because it told me how to grow. Man, you need to do stand-up comedy.
It taught him how to grow. Man, you need to do stand-up comedy, right? All this boring talk, because he done ran out of Hassan Campbell coming out of his mouth. Like, nigga, I've been up here 7 years cooking. And on top for a reason, because I say some shit. But listen to him, where he's going.
I have never in my life thought about doing stand-up comedy until people start writing it in the comment section. So after you hear this,
and you're killing it. That's not
yeah.
and you're killing it. Hey.
So, homie, after you read this for a year, and then you got people that's really nurturing, really watering the seeds that's sown. You really got a fan base that's really telling you exactly how you're funny. So if you dismiss your fans, you dismiss your haters, homie, then how can you learn from what you're trying to do? And my biggest fear was to be a Hassan Campbell, was to be a Bosco.
Oh my God. I do not like Hassan Campbell.
Man, but my biggest fear was to be
Now, oh no, I
need folks up in, man. We can't.
I think and then you got people that's really nurturing, really watering the seeds that's sown. You really got a fan base that's really telling you exactly how you're funny. So if you dismiss your fans, you dismiss your haters, homie, then how can you learn from what you're trying to do? And my biggest fear was to be a Hassan Campbell, was to be a Bosco.
Oh my God. I do not like.
Now this nigga, before I get into Charleston, smack. Who is this nigga? Who is this nigga? Who? Your platform is built off of interviews. Interviewing other niggas that's hot. My platform is built off of me, my nigga. Who are you? I don't even know. See, that's the thing, right? You got a nigga talking about I don't even know you. I'm gonna call you Pablo. We gonna call him until y'all find his name. He's Pablo for right now. We gonna give him a name. Who is this nigga? Who is he? Who is he? So you think you hot? You think you hot because you consistently put Charleston White. I'm gonna call you Pablo. I don't know your name, so I'm gonna give you a name. You Pablo. You Pablo. We ain't giving you no fancy name. You're Pablo. You think you hot because you put. Listen, man. I got the Michael Jackson glove on. Beat it, beat it. You niggas come up here with my swag. Y'all wear my crew neck shirts, so I can rock my diamonds. Y'all wear the same crew neck shirts, wear the same goddamn hats I wear. Y'all mimic my whole style and dressing, and then come up on YouTube like, nigga, you new to this shit. You gonna come in my house talking shit? We don't even know you. You don't like me. You don't know me, my nigga. You don't even know me. See, that's the thing. I can't even say that I don't like you because I don't know you, man. I don't know you. I don't know you. Who you? And y'all tagged that clown. I don't know you. It be killing me how I created this lane. Nigga, you came into YouTube interviewing. There's 1,000 niggas doing what you doing. There can only be one.
You started off in the gang, so what made you turn?
I created my own lane. Created my own lane.
Do you know I have never in my life thought about doing stand-up comedy until people start writing it in the comment section? So after you hear this from
and you're killing it. That's not and you're killing it. Hey.
So homie, after you read this for a year,
he ain't killing comedy. He got kicked out of the shows. You got a couple of people that come in. He ain't killing comedy. You don't see him with TK Kirkland no more. The jig is up. Anybody with half a brain right now can see that Charleston White is a plant. But let him finish talking.
And then you got people that's really nurturing, really watering the seeds that's sown. You really got a fan base that's really telling you exactly how you're funny. So if you dismiss your fans, you dismiss your haters, homie, then how can you learn from what you're trying to do? And my biggest fear was to be a Hassan Campbell, was to be a Bosco.
Oh my God. I do not like Hassan Campbell.
Man, but
yeah, I know, but you came and you found me, Charleston. I ain't gonna find you. You came and you found me. I'm the one that helped you on YouTube. You was a Facebook nigga, my nigga. You was a, but here's my thing. My biggest fear is becoming a Charleston White. You know why my biggest fear is becoming a Charleston White? HASSAN, shout out my wife, Brittany. It's her birthday. Shout out to you. Happy birthday, Brittany, and may Allah grant you many, many more years on this earth. Joyful years, not tearful years. My biggest fear is when I have to sit up there. When I knew Charleston White was at an all-time low, is when he had that white boy sit up there and ask his wife, do she mollywop meat? Is she a meat eater? Why would you allow another man, put another man on the phone to ask your wife if she mollywops meat? Why would you put your wife on the phone and have the colonizer ask her, do she give head? You had the colonizer ask your wife on the internet, do she give head? Drewski, there can only be one me. Talk your shit eyes. You had, like, shout out to my white people. I love my white people, but there's a game that I don't play when it comes to white and black. These lines I do not cross because of our history and what we've been through. There's lines that I do not cross. Monty, they ain't even close to your level, Haas. And see, my thing is, right, Charleston White done broke every rule of hypocrisy. Worse than a hypocrite. He done broke every rule, told every lie, didn't stand on anything of that represents honor. And the people love him for that. So my thing is, why can't I lie to y'all just like him? Let me be a liar. Let me lie. Let me be conniving. Let me be mischievous. And when y'all catch me, tell everybody that I'm acting. I'm in character. Only a fool would fall for some stupid shit like that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was on the Charleston White just like I'm on to everybody from the beginning. But I let stupid people convince me to go against myself the same way with Ron Savage. I let stupid people convince me to go outside of myself and listen to them. Never, when your gut feeling tell you somebody's full of shit, don't never let nobody convince you. When you see something and your gut tell you not to rock with somebody, like, nah, something just ain't right. Follow your gut forever, forever, ever, forever. Don't never go against your gut. I knew Charleston White was a shit from the jump. But I listened to everybody else like, all right, I'm going to rock with the nigga. I want to rock with you. Oh, not nigga full of shit. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Michael Jackson ain't give a fuck about us neither. That nigga was fighting over billions and little boys. And he just knew how to sing and dance to get the people behind him. That nigga ain't give a fuck about us neither. After 400 years, he went and had white kids. And left all his money to his white kids. And when he died, Papa was a rolling stone. Wherever he laid his hat was his home. And when Mike died, his kids gave his whole empire back to the same people who killed him. Hit him in the head with the headshot. what you thought was going to happen when you went to their cryogenic centers and had they test tube babies where they could actually program your baby to look a certain way, have a certain type of nose, have a certain color eyes. They even have it to where that they can program your children to have a certain IQ. You can order your baby. They have that here now. Michael Jackson had access to that. So if they can program your baby in their cryogenics, your test tube baby, you thought that they wasn't going to program your babies not to come back the master? Michael Jackson was full of shit. Everybody learned how to use our pain to manipulate us. Charleston White learned how to use our pain to manipulate us. Because Michael, I know Michael. Kick me, kite me, you can never dike me, screw me, Jew me. Hold up. So you beefing with those people, Michael? But you made your kids look like them, Michael? Well, you put your kids in a lab and you can program them to look like us and our ancestors. You had them look like, you had your children look like them, Michael. Who you fooling, Michael? If it walk like a duck and it talk like a duck, it's a duck. All I really want to say is they don't really care about us. Michael Jackson ain't care about us neither. That nigga left a legacy behind to nothing. We out here sitting up there fighting for scraps in the hood, but praising this nigga that did nothing for us. Michael Jackson ain't do nothing for us. This nigga was a billionaire over and over again. He had money making money making money. That man could have bought the same land that the Chinese is buying throughout America. He could have bought the same land that Bill Gates bought all throughout America and told black people to come back home. Now he knew where to come to us when he wanted to cry about Tommy Mottola, right? He knew where to come when he wanted to cry about Tommy Mottola, but he didn't know where to leave his money where he died. He didn't leave us nothing. Why do we keep asking for reparations when we put black people in power? We put these people in power by praising them and buying their music. My first CDs that my mother bought me for Christmas back in the days was LL Cool J. It wasn't even a CD, it was a cassette tape. CDs wasn't even out yet. She bought me the LL Cool J, I'm Bad CD, and Michael Jackson, I'm Bad CD for Christmas. I had both of them. And I had a Walkman, and that's what I was listening to. She bought me LL Cool J because she let me listen to LL and Michael Jackson. We supported this nigga for 400 years. And he didn't even leave us 40 acres. Not a factory. But we mesmerized by their problems. He wanted us to know that Tommy Mottola was an evil man. But his little white kids gave all that money back by giving the catalog. They sold the catalog. They gave the catalog back. We could put $1 million up. Live for live, these niggas, I don't care how many numbers. You see certain niggas with 30 and 40,000 people watching them in a live for live on the playback. These niggas can't fuck with me. Yeah, Michael Jackson once owned the Beatles catalog until his white children sold it back to the same people who allegedly rocked his snot box. The same people that sent that doctor to give him the pills and potions is the same one his kids sold that shit back to. The Beatles, Elvis. The nigga bought the whole, he bought the whole company. He was buying up their shares when they wasn't even looking. Michael Jackson outsmarted the whole industry. He had the world at his feet and didn't give black people back nothing. And guess what? Oprah Winfrey, when the fat version or the skinny version of Oprah Winfrey, when she get her TV turned off, she's not giving the black people back nothing. Tyler Perry, with his rich ass, when he expire and he's sitting with the ancestors, whether he in heaven or hell, he's not going to leave the black people of America nothing. 50 Cent. Mr. Get Rich or Die Trying. When he expire and he leave this world, he's not leaving black people with nothing. The only catalog that nigga is going to leave you with, he planted a seed now in today's time where black children, for the first time in their life, are actually killing their parents. Because they want to be like Tariq. We have to do for ourselves. King salute, KK47. Shout out to you, family. And y'all make sure y'all get with KK47. That brother is nice with them cameras. Y'all make sure y'all get with KK47. The brother is nice with those cameras. And I'm going to tell y'all again, when y'all inside my comment section, get to know each other. If y'all have YouTube channels, get to know each other. As a matter of fact, between tonight and tomorrow, I am going to create another a brand new Facebook group for everybody to join. So if y'all got videos and y'all want to grow y'all channels, we can communicate and promote each other. Know when each other is going live. We can talk to each other through those groups. I should have been did that, because the reality of it is that I got to start controlling my own notifications. I can't wait for the glitch in the matrix to decide whether they want to reward me with some views or not. I don't use Facebook. Well, it's going to be other things we're going to set up too, but that's just one thing. See, the whole thing about it is social media is your business account. It's your bank account. It's your store. So we got to start learning to use this for either A, information, or B, we got to start learning to eat with each other. How they give us an online store with 4,000 of us, because it's showing 4,000 right now, even though I know it's more than 4,000 people in this building. I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, it's about 40,000 people in this live. I guarantee you that. And if we're not going to use the comment section to communicate with each other so we can actually grow and sell merchandise, then what's the point? I'm giving y'all game. All of y'all here got a YouTube page. Those commercials bring in revenues. Make content. Some of y'all could be making reaction videos to my video, to my live right now. Niggas done use that tactic to destroy me. Use it to build. But I noticed something, right? Y'all notice now the algorithm realized that those videos attacking me, they used to push it. Now they don't push the videos no more, because those videos was helping to grow me as well too. So they definitely trying to put a nigga fire out. They definitely trying to put a nigga fire out. Stay off the booger, sugar house. Nigga, I don't put nothing up my nose. You out of your mind. You got me all the way messed up. The only thing I ever played with is a little bit of alcohol. On this whole live, I ain't even have not one sip. And the crazy part about it is I actually poured me a drink, but didn't even drink it. Yes, the celebrities don't care about the poor people. But whenever y'all find out who this nigga is with Charleston White,
until people start writing it in the comment section. So after you hear this,
and you're killing it. Let's not skip past it. And you're killing it. Hey.
So, homie, after you read this for a year, and then you got people that's really nurturing, really watering the seeds that's sown. You really got a fan base that's really telling you exactly how you're funny. So if you dismiss your fans, you dismiss your haters, homie, then how can you learn from what you're trying to do? And my biggest fear was to be a Hassan Campbell, was to be a Bosco.
Oh my God! I do not like Hassan Campbell.
But my biggest fear was to be an internet persona like him in.
I'm sorry, homie, but I didn't watch you long enough. Or period. I don't know you. I really, really don't. To not like me means that you had to watch me. You had to watch me long enough to not like me. But you like Charleston White, right? I guess maybe you was in my DM at once upon a time and I ignored you. You probably was trying to get me to come on your platform and I ignored you. But I'm going to say this. If you see this video, just know that there's a difference between me and you. The algorithm might be pushing you out right now because right now you interviewing niggas. Me, I stays dolo from state to state. You playing monkey see, monkey do. All I want to do is when I get on this camera is be me. I am the opening act. On your platform, Charleston White is the opening act, or whoever else sits on your couch, my nigga. We are not the same. When I die off this bitch, my name is going to be legendary. It's already edged in stone. I am one of the best of the best. Nigga, we still trying to figure out who you are. And then when you make your bed in YouTube or on social media, just understand that you following in the footsteps of Drink Champs. You trying to be like Matt Hoffa on his platform. You trying to be like Vlad on his platform. You trying to be like Adam 22. Like, nigga, you trying to be like 1,000 niggas. I'm being me. Don't compare yourself to me. You don't like me, niggas. I don't like niggas like you. You in somebody else's lane. I created my lane. And Charleston White on YouTube, he came in my lane. The Danza Project, or is that's it? Okay. If that's it. Trying to be like Gillian Wild. Nigga, y'all niggas trying to be like everybody else. But the one thing I tell you about Gillian Wallow was in a class by themselves. Them niggas, what I will say about Gillian Wallow is that their relationship, their bond is unmatched on this internet. Now, I like what Cam and Mace is doing, even though I don't watch too much of them. I just see little clips on Instagram or whatever. So shout out to Cam and Mace because I love Cam and Mace. But the reality of it is, Gillian Wallow, they relationship, they joking and how they play with each other. People love that. This other nigga like the Danza Pride, like, nigga, I don't know you. I don't even know if I'm saying this shit right. What I will say about Gillian Wallow is that they went through the door. Well, the majority of celebrities that y'all like and y'all watch and idolize and run home to see TV, they went through that damn door. They went through that door. The Nori's door with Capone. Now, I don't care if MF watch you. He don't know you. A lot of the times when I do lives, I find myself repeating some of the same things because I want y'all to catch what I see. I don't know if y'all realize it, but hip hop is dead. And it is purposely being killed off. I'm going to say this again. Something ain't right about how J. Cole fell back. J. Cole is nasty. And so is Kendrick. Drake doesn't write his shit. At some point in time, because of the drill music movement and other things that took place in hip hop, we are going to come to a stand or a time where world governments is going to make a ruling on rap music, and rap music is going to be banned. We had the option to save music, but because they took our most sluttiest, dirtiest, nastiest children from the hood, like Sexy Red, and made them rich, took our young boys, like NBA young boy, made him do things that his little mind couldn't handle. Now he's facing life in jail for getting high on house arrest. The nigga's facing his life in jail for getting high on house arrest. This is what the industry did to him. But nevertheless, they took these industry plants and made them filthy rich. Hip hop started out in the Bronx, in the parks, Sedgwick Ave, Bronx River, Soundview, Watson, Webster, the South Bronx, the South Bronx. Now, people don't even make genuine music anymore. You're making music for the algorithm of Satan, because you want Satan to accept your music. You are selling your soul before Satan even opens the door. Satan ain't even opened the door for you and your music, and you done switched up your style to get in his house. And because of that, music went so far left that the new generation of children who are going through the world's most craziest shit, living in the ghetto with nobody smiling. They hearing all these murderous rappers like Mano and Jim Jones fighting and snitching at the airport, and they laying it down. King Von, dead. FBG, dead. Duck, dead. D-Thing, dead. That son's brother got caught up in the beef. Sean Holmes, I just want to say I appreciate you, Haas, for everything you have done. You will always have a supporter from me. One love. Thank you, Sean Holmes. Appreciate you. Young Dolph, dead. Nipsey Hussle, dead. Takeoff, dead. P&B Rock, dead. No, D-Thing is the brother of what's the name? That famous rapper from Chicago. I'm forgetting his name. Pop Smoke, dead. D-Thing got murdered in that Chicago beef. Mo 3, dead, and Mo 3 got killed by a Mo. He got killed by a cupcake. Lil Durk. Little D-Thing is Lil Durk brother. Dead. Caught up in beefs. Tuka. Dead. Lil Snoop. Dead. Thanks, Lil Big Bro. Put me on your show. We can't make these hits. Lil was good, boy. Biggie dead. Pac dead. Y'all got to understand something, right? Hip-hop is going to be blackballed. You will not be able to rap like you used to be able to rap. It's going to be outlawed. Yo, when I sit back and I analyze going back to the movies and watching how they tell you certain things in the times that we living in, and that's how you know when things is getting ready to happen as Satan gets ready to take his seat on the throne. As Satan gets ready to take his seat on the throne. And people all over the internet have conversations about the Nephilim and talking about the Nephilim creating us, not realizing that the Nephilim are really the jinn. When you're talking about fallen angels and you saying the Nephilim, if the Nephilim really contributed to creating us, then you really trying to leave out who they really are, the jinn. And the fact that they're trying to convince us that we dealing with alien technology. Y'all see how that live just went out? Now watch the numbers drop. As soon as I said what I said, if this live stop, we going live again. So everybody that's watching, if this live stop, we going live again. Wow, I see what they doing.